Chris went to the war, and he would send us these little tapes back instead of writing a letter, because he's in his foxhole watching. So instead of writing, he was dictating. And at the end of his tape recording, he would always say, "I'll be okay if I know you're okay."
You know, he seemed fine for years. You know, he was everyone's rock, even our rock. Everybody went to Chris, and he was just unflappable. And we wondered, you know, how can he do all these things and see all these things and still keep it together? He shared that, you know, when you have PTSD, there's no cure for it. You learn how to manage it. And he would do well for a while, and we would be hopeful, and then something would trigger him, and it would be right back in the rabbit hole fast. I mean, it wasn't gradual. He was there right away. But when someone's in that state of mind, the pain is all they can hear. And, you know, you just hope that, you know, if you could get him past that 10 minutes maybe, that the ending wouldn't have been what it was. But, you know, that alone tells us, you know, how much pain he was in.
It was horrific watching on the sideline. I can only imagine what it was like inside of his head. It progresses over time. What we saw in the beginning was far worse towards the end. And all of these things that were borderline, should I or shouldn't I, that you did, comes right in front of your face, saying, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe he'd be alive today if I hadn't have done that. You're walking a fine line of, you know, of losing your child or helping them, and you really don't know which side of the line you're going to end up on. But you have to do it, because if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it for you. No one's going to stick up for your child that is having the worst time that you can possibly imagine. It's easy for us to stand back and look at something that we're not familiar with or don't understand and put a label on it. And I think that is the very reason why we are not further ahead in finding a solution for our veterans who have PTSD, because it's not a cold, it's not cancer, it is a sort of mental illness, but it's multifaceted. And so we have to ask people to, you know, to show their kindness and their love towards humanity. All of a sudden, we heard about Swim with a Mission. And it was at that point that we got renewed hope and faith, that the word is getting out, that the help that we have for these veterans is not cutting it. They need more love, understanding, patience, and support. Without that, it just isn't going to change. I hope that no parent ever goes through what we went through. It is indescribable. It is, I can't come up with the words for it. It's the worst thing that I could imagine that could ever happen to us. No, God forbid it happen to another person. So if we can save one veteran and one veteran's family, whatever we need to do is worth it. That's what this is all about. We do not want someone else to share our experience.